of all the noise. For those who do not know, I am Dr. Ali Griffith. I help you with your evolving process towards building your business and creating harmony and ease through the process of growing a business, especially as a professional woman who is managing and balancing all of the things. I love to pop in and share some strategies. I live in Brooklyn, New York, so whenever I pop in, one of the things that always happens is there's always some level of noise somewhere around, whether it's going to be loud music that passes by, whether it's going to be a fire engine or a police car or an ambulance or some sort of siren, some sort of noise is going to pass through whilst I am live. So I'm kind of used to it, and so are my people. So I literally want to pop in and talk to you today about how you can shift your mindset amidst all of that noise. Some strategies that I have been using, especially in the midst of noise, is getting out and take a walk. And I literally just did this live on my Facebook page. You're gonna hear some wind every once in a while, but in the process of getting out to take a walk, it helps me to get clearer, right? It's stepping out of that immediate environment and stepping into another environment, preferably another environment where there's air and there's light and there's flowers and there's brightness around you. So that when you're feeling confused, you're feeling overwhelmed, take a deep breath and just step out of that immediate space and go into another space where you can begin to tap into yourself and begin your mindset shift work. Some of the work I tell myself is things don't always stay this way now, right? And to stop focusing on all the tomorrows, stop getting myself overworked, stop allowing the noise and the chatter to keep me busy and keep me stuck in whatever process that's happening around me, but allow some air, allow the change, allow the freshness of the newness of things. And I'm gonna show you some beautiful things as I'm walking through the park. And you don't need to see me all the time. Look at these beautiful flowers that are in bloom right now. Hi Sammy, how are you? Make sure you subscribe. And just being out in nature, being with things that are beautiful, being with the natural things that are around you will help you to shape your mindset. Especially, like I said, I live in Brooklyn, New York, where there is always noise and chatter and things that can have me feel overwhelmed and that can lead me to get into that space of not knowing what to do in my next steps. So I'm in the process now of creating a clarity challenge for my clients and for those of you who need some support in getting clear in all of the overwhelm around you. And I'll share some more, but this is one physical thing that you can do. Get up, get out, get aligned to nature, and find something that you can literally change and shift into something that is peaceful. Hi, Mysterio. No, don't watch Star Wars. But I like Star Trek. I guess Trekkies and Star Wars folks are two different set of people, right? I enjoy seeing things like this because it helps me to feel at home. One of the things I love about this is I watch how so many different directions, how it's just left to right, and I think about how sometimes when I'm in a place, sometimes things can feel like I'm shifting from left to right, and I need to find my stable space. But if you can notice, with all the shifting of the left to right, the flowers, the branches, one thing that's stable, baby, is those roots at the bottom. That is what I tell myself, to be the root and be the plant. Be something that cannot be shifted in spite of the wind, in spite of all that's happening around. Zone into how to ground myself like the root. So what does that mean? Stay planted at times. Allow myself to shift when I need to and move with the wind when I need to. But when there are times when I want to make sure that I'm grounded, that I am in one space, I align myself to the root. I tell myself to plant myself into the ground, plant myself into my beliefs, plant myself into my faith, plant myself into positive thinking, and imagine yourself as the roof where there's no wind that's coming to disrupt it, where it doesn't matter what noise that's happening around it, those roots are not changing. No matter the season that changes and the weather that's going to be changing, and I'll bring you back here later on, and this is not going to look like this anymore, those roots are balanced, those roots are grounded, they are in the ground. So use that as a mindset shift. Think about the outdoors. Find yourself something outdoors that you can relate yourself into to keep you from feeling like you're all over the place, like the wind, that you're moving and you're all over the place. But you're creating that calm and you're creating that base, that's grounding, that's standing within one space so that you can feel more alive. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So clarity is just looking for the simple things that you can realign yourself back into. It doesn't have to be the complicated. It doesn't have to always be, you know, the the theories and the psychology the thesis and all the things that we need to use that they use all the times. But sometimes it takes yourself back into the simplicity of life and how we can use things that are within nature to shift us into feeling more balanced, shift us into feeling more harmony, shift us into feeling more grounded, and hear the wind and all the distracting spaces. Realigned, to get myself refocused back into simplicity. Even with the noise, even with the wind, even with the distractors, there's still things that we can use to keep us grounded. Realign and reassign yourself back into what do you need to keep yourself grounded during those windy moments, during moments of instability, during moments when you feel like you're one of these leaves up here and you're swinging. So down and you're swaying all over the place. See how the leaves are swaying all over the place. Isn't it beautiful though? And there are times we can feel like that. And it's okay. Right? Give yourself permission for it to be okay. Sometimes the wind will come and have you going in all sorts of directions. And then when you need to, plant yourself down, let that root, get yourself grounded, get yourself realigned, get yourself refocused, and find your peace and stability. All right, so that's my message for today. I hope you receive it. I'm going to start walking back towards the next direction. And I hope you use what you need out of this. Make sure you leave a message. Make sure you subscribe so you can get other positive mindset shift strategies and tips that I use throughout the process of growth. Make sure that you get some support during the process so you're not feeling like you're by yourself when you're in a safe space. And I love creating sacred safe spaces, even virtual, that we can. So tell me, where are you from? Where are you from in the world? What do you use to align yourself with nature? Things that come around you that distracts you. How do you not get overwhelmed and feel, stuck in space and so much is happening at one time? What do you use? What strategies do you use? Share it. Feel free to share it. And I'll be sure to tap back in and leave another message on another day for you. Take care. Have a blessed and amazing day.